What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Birch, and I'm back again with another video, man. Listen, as you can see by the title, we're about to chop it up a little bit. I'm in my tent. It's gonna be tent talk with Birch. I want you guys to know what my channel is all about, man. I'll be doing vlogs, challenges, pranks, but I also want to have talks with you guys. You know what I mean? Like motivational, inspirational, informational, all that. I feel like you guys need a friend. And honestly, I need a friend too. This channel, man, I'm just gonna be talking to you guys about different topics that I'm pretty wise in. I'm hot as hell, man. So make sure you like this video, give this video a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know every time I post. Right now, I really need y'all to hit that bell notification. You understand? Because right now I'm giving y'all content. I have to wet my rag. It's so damn hot. It's like 98 degrees out here. So what we're going to talk about today is social anxiety due to the overuse of cell phones in schools. And this is based off my job as a substitute teacher, which I'm not as consistent with anymore because, you know, I have a full-time job, but I do try to sub it here and there. But we're going to talk about that, man. We're going to talk about how it really has affected these kids. And there might be high schoolers watching me right now, and I would love for you guys to listen and really take in what I got to say and don't make it a joke. Everything we do is an addiction. Just like the food we eat, we know it's bad, but we keep eating it because we're already addicted to it. Damn, I gotta give me a moment. I'm about to go to the pool today. So, first thing I want to talk about is the overuse of cell phone. I substituted at a high school. And in the classes, I guess most of the high school substitute, they leave it up to the teacher to make the discretion of whether or not the kids can use the phones. You know, as a substitute, you guys know how it is. As a substitute, they try to play you. I'm one of the substitutes you can't play. Look at me. You can't play me. I'm not that old and I'm not that young, which means I'm right in between the games. I know the games y'all play. So my rule with cell phone is I'm not a big stickler on cell phones, but it's probably something you got to be a stickler on. Now, my reasoning is if a kid can do his work, like me, his or her work, I used to do my work the first 15, 20 minutes of class, and that way I could just chill for the rest of the class. A kid like that, be on your phone, chill. But then you have the kids that just have the phone stuck in their face, and they not make no money on the phone. Them just a text them boyfriend, them girlfriend, them a text heap of people. Them not even really aware about them. Honestly, social anxiety is caused on the phones. It begins with the phone. Y'all are not communicating no more. That's the problem. It's just a wall. It's all on the internet. You guys don't know how to communicate because you're sliding in DMs all day. You're throwing shade in the comments. You're saying things you wouldn't even say in real life. Let's be real, right? A lot of people are saying things they wouldn't say in real life. They wouldn't say to somebody else's face. It's a whole. There's some wind, guys. There's some wind. You see the tent moving. Oh. But there's a lot of things you wouldn't say to someone's face that you would say in the comment section. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of social anxiety that's caused from these cell phones. These kids cannot socialize. First day of school, I was a substitute for the first day of school, so they all thought I was a teacher. You know, and they come in and they sit down. You could tell it's the first day because you give them like 2 weeks and they're gonna be making so much noise. But they came in the classroom, they sat down. And, you know, they sitting at their desk. And you should see them side-eyeing people on things like, you know, like they don't want to turn to the person or say what's up. Or, you know, they just side-eyeing or making it awkward being on their phone. Socially awkward. Pull out their phone because they don't want to talk to the person next to them. But me as a substitute, me pre-ing that the way I pre it, I made them talk to each other. So I told them, talk to the person next to you. You know what I mean? If it's a high, it's a high. But this is the thing. People expect too much when it comes to getting to know somebody. You expect to know them without getting to know them, right? You assume the type of person they are because you don't want to talk to them. You miss out on good friends by not communicating with people, by not socializing. You know what I mean? The only way you're going to know if you have a good friend is if you talk to them. Build a vibe. okay? But if you don't talk to them, you might be missing out on a good friend. That social anxiety is crazy. Kids, y'all got to get off them phones. All day, every day, after school, before school, during class, bathroom break. Like, y'all have to do better. The main thing I want to get into is the difference between real life Riz. This Riz is like sauce, juice, like how being a player, smooth, whatever. I don't know what the kids call it, but I know y'all call it Riz, right? So real life Riz and internet Riz. A lot of y'all have internet Riz. You can slide in your crush's DMs. You can even be smooth under the comments. You might even make a post and tag them, a Snap story and tag them, an Instagram story and tag them. But you guys will see your crush in real life and never once approach them. Think about that. You guys have no real life Riz. Where is the Riz?
Where is the Riz?
There's no real life Riz. You guys cannot communicate to people in real life. And that's something I'm starting to realize, and I think that's kind of where most of my social anxiety came from after high school. I wasn't really on my phone like that. I was an athlete. I was pretty social. But I feel like after a while I got antisocial because I was just, I never really had friends and I was just always on my phone and, whatnot. But the reason I had no friends was probably because I was always on my phone. You know what I mean? So a lot of y'all don't have any real life Riz. You can't pick up girls or guys because you're always on the internet. You don't know how to socialize. You guys don't know how to hold conversation. If I take one of y'all on a date now, I might not be specifically talking to you, so don't catch no shade or nothing. But if I take one of y'all on a date now, how would it go? Will we be able to have a conversation? That's the question. We are going to be able to talk? Are we going to be able to talk? Or are you just going to be on your phone or wait for me to start a conversation or wait for me to ask a question? There's no exchange of social energy. There's no exchange of social energy. We keep our social energy to ourselves and we can't communicate. We have to communicate. We have to communicate. That's the only way it's going to work, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, man, listen, if any high schoolers watching this, please get off them phones in class. Focus. The phones are a distraction, especially if you're not making any money on it. That's the worst part. You're being distracted by something that does nothing for you. You're being distracted by something wanan do nothing for you. Think about that. Really think about that, because we're truly being distracted by things that do not. Your phone don't make you no money. Okay? Now if it makes you money, I ain't talking to you. Relax, calm down. But your phone ain't making you no money. Texting your girlfriend every 2 seconds in class don't make you no money. You're losing class time, knowledge, and you're about to fail. You're about to fail. Get off them cell phones and live in the present. Y'all are living on them phones. It's causing anxiety, it's causing depression, and it's lowering your self-esteem because you're looking at somebody else's life and wanting it to be yours, not even being grateful for yours. You think that your life isn't good enough because somebody else is living their good enough life. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Get off them phones. Half of these kids are depressed. It's already bad enough we got grown up and adults who aren't really there for their kids. Like, they really feel like they're there for their kids, but a lot of these parents, and that's a whole nother subject, bro. Don't let me get started. A lot of these parents aren't there for their kids, and they think they are. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make them not great parents. Some of them are not there in what do you call it, unintentional ways. Like parents who work a lot. You know what I mean? Parents who travel for work, or just something like that. But at the end of the day, these parents, you can't depend on your parent to parent you anymore, especially once you get to high school. I don't know if it was just me, but my mom never had to talk to me about stuff. I've never been grounded. I've never been in trouble. And that's not because my mom was strict. It's because that was my own expectations for myself. Have some expectations for yourself. Have some expectations for yourself, guys, because you're running out of options. The future is looking very vague. Very vague. I'm scared for my kids. You understand? I don't have kids, but my future kids. I'm scared for my future kids. You guys have to do better. If you knew better, you do better. And I know you don't know better. That's why I'm telling you right now. Put them phones away in class. Focus. especially for my juniors. It's always my juniors and seniors that are on their phones the most. The most. Y'all do not have time to play around. And y'all on there not making no money. You about to graduate and you on your phone, not making no type of money. What do you think happens when you graduate, guys? What do you think happens? I know teachers trying to scare you and they're like, oh, when you graduate, life's gonna be this and life's gonna. They overreact, they exaggerate a little bit, but just a little bit. Life does get tough because life is on you. There's no depending on your parents. Life is on you. When are you gonna get up and make a change? When are you gonna get up and say, man, I wanna better my life, better my life. I don't wanna compare it to anybody else's better. I just wanna better mine. That's what y'all gotta work on. Y'all gotta work on bettering your lives. There's no other way around it, y'all. There's no other way around it. All right? As a young sub, I get stopped in the hallways a lot. And, you know, I get used to it. Like, even in I think it was my second day of school working, and a kid walked past me, came back to me and said, oh, the teacher is not here? And I said, no. And she was like, who's a substitute? And I looked at her and I said, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I like to not make myself known as a substitute. I like to see how kids enter the class. I like to see how they operate, you know, when they don't know who's who. And, you know, most of the time, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm sweating. Like, make sure y'all like this video, man, because there's a whole lot of sweating going on. Let me take a break. So, real quick, I wanna add another little topic to this. I don't like to mix topics, but we're gonna mix it today. Life is not out to get you. Let's talk about that, because everything that happens to us, we always say, why me, God, why this, why, and I'm a victim too. I play victim to that. Why me, why this? But the truth is, life is not out to get you. Believe it or not, we're not that special in life. We're special to God. We're special to whatever creator you believe in, but we're not special to life. Life was here before us. We aren't life itself. Life is not out to get you. Life is minding its business and doing its thing. You just happen to be in the way of life. You're in life. The only thing you truly possess in yourself is a soul that has a direction. And some souls don't have a known direction for themselves. Just like we search for, our purpose in life. Okay? Purpose and direction is the same thing to me. Your purpose in life is what you're supposed to be doing. Direction is where you're supposed to be going, right? So you can have a purpose and a direction, what you're supposed to be doing and where you're supposed to be doing it at, right? So, yeah, your purpose is your purpose. Life isn't out to get you, okay? Life just does what life does, and sometimes we get hurt in the process. You know, sometimes we feel like it's God. And truly, our Creator, I really feel like free will is larger than we think. There's a lot of things that God doesn't do. He really doesn't do. Like, you thank God for life. You thank God for mercy and grace. But there's a lot of things God lets us go through and handle on our own. And then when it doesn't go right, we say, why me, God? And when it does go right, we forget to thank God. Do I need to repeat that? When it doesn't go right, we say, why me, God? And when it does go right, we never thank God. Because when it goes right, we think it's all us. I did that. I fixed that. I got that. I made that money. I did. It doesn't matter what you did or what you think you did. Be grateful. Every day is about being grateful. Letting God and asking God for grace. All right? Because when things go bad, you quick to blame. You quick to blame, and you don't ever think of blaming yourself first. It's why me, God? Oh, the devil is so strong. That's another thing. Why are we calling the devil strong just because something bad happened? Bad things happen all the time. And when good things happen, we don't call, oh, God is so strong. Oh, God is so strong. No, we don't do that. So why are we giving the devil so much power to do what he wants to do with us? You see what I'm saying? Life is not out to get you. Life is not out to get you. Do you hear me? Keep living, keep pushing, keep aspiring, being ambitious. Be your own person. This is your life. Don't let no one dictate it. I don't care. Don't let your parents dictate it. Don't let your grandparents dictate it. Don't let your aunties or uncles or cousins or friends. Don't let your teachers dictate it. It's your life. Everybody's living their own life right now. Everybody's writing their own book. Their own book. This is your book. Nobody else is writing it. So it doesn't matter about what anybody else got going on. You decide how you want your chapter to be. And my last subject that I am going to touch on a little bit, dealing with breakups and falling out with friends. Now, dealing with breakups, falling out with friends is something we can all relate to. We've either all had a breakup or we all had, a friendship that didn't come to a good end, right? When it comes to dealing with that, let me tell you guys something that may or may not help you. Now, I'm a very heartfelt person. I'm sensitive to those I love, so I take things hard. Even when I stop talking to somebody for a reason that is good for me. You know what I mean? What I mean? It's like, even though it was good for me, I still feel like I've lost, right? So every time we lose a friendship, friendship relationship, it really is like someone dying. It's a loss. We go through a grieving process, like denial. We go through blame. Let me tell you something about how to better move on from those relationships right now. When it comes to relationships, I see it like I said, we're writing our own books. We're writing our own books, and there's different chapters. You ever read a book and first 5 chapters they have this character named Tommy, and then after the 5th chapter, Tommy's nowhere to be found in the book again. I know it sounds confusing, but that analogy that I created is to show you that some people are in your life for a certain amount of chapters, and it's okay. It doesn't make your book less interesting. It doesn't make your book less meaningful, and it doesn't make your book any smaller. Do you understand that? Every chapter is meant to teach something else, right? So if you had a friend for your first 8 chapters in life, we're gonna call it chapters like your age. So I've had 25 chapters, okay? But if you had a friend for 9, 10 chapters of your life, and then y'all not friends no more, you had a falling out, don't be bitter behind their back. Don't be bitter. Don't be salty. Don't talk about them no more. It's over with. It's a chapter that is over with, and it's okay. It was a great 8 chapters, 9 chapters. You weren't complaining during those great times, so don't complain now. It's a chapter in life. How many of y'all lost friends that you probably wouldn't even have thought of until I just asked you? Because you got new friends. You got better friends. It's a chapter. It's a chapter in life, and we can't complain about it. You have to keep in your mind, you have to keep in your heart that people are a part of your book, a part of your story. Okay? If God's speed and we outlive our parents, which we should outlive our parents, then they also become a part of the chapter that they won't exist in your book forever. If we live beyond the years of our parents, they will not be in our book forever. Their chapter ends in our books too. Some people lose their parents early. Parents are gone in chapter 2. Parents are gone in chapter 19. Parents are gone in chapter 40. The chapters exist, but some people don't in those chapters. And you have to understand that. You have to understand that. Life is about experiencing the moment. It's not about yesterday, and it's certainly not about tomorrow. I got friends that I made plans with for tomorrow, and that tomorrow never came because they died. Stop worrying about yesterday, and for sure stop worrying about tomorrow. People, I gotta think. You don't have to think about tomorrow. You can try to prepare for tomorrow, but to think and live for tomorrow is not a way to live. Live in your moment. If there's something you want to do today, go out and do it. If there's someone you want to see, talk to, do it. Do it. because today is all you got. I know you don't want to hear it, but today is all you got. You don't have yesterday, and you don't have tomorrow. You think you have tomorrow, and that's okay. You might, but the truth is, you don't. Today is the day that you start doing what you need to do to better your life, to better you. Stop blaming life. Life is not out to get you. Don't be bitter about the friends you've lost. It's over with. It's a new chapter. Cry and move on. Everybody I've lost, I've had my moments where I cried. Wouldn't like the first week of losing them. After that, I have to tap in. I have to tap into myself and know this is just another chapter in my book, and they're not a part of it. They're not a part of it. You know what I mean? Some people you just have to let go. And some people have to let you go. You know what I mean? They're not always the problem in your book. Sometimes you're the problem in theirs. It's life. Live in your moment. Don't think life is out to get you. Okay? Life ain't out to get you. I can guarantee you, life is minding its business. Life is doing life. Live your life within life. All right? I'm not going to chop it up too much. I think that's a conversation that just had to be spoken about. I don't know if it was enough. Y'all let me know in the comments below. I don't know if I spoke about enough, because I know I was going to do one little topic, but I ended up speaking on 2 or 3. So let me know in the comments below, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm burning up. I'm burning up. But thank you so much for tuning in to Tent Talk with Birch. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. And live life. Live in your moment. You're okay. You can beat this depression. You can beat this anxiety. It's all in the mind. And that's coming from someone that is diagnosed with anxiety disorder. And I haven't been diagnosed with depression, but depression has always been something that's been in my life. But I want you to know you got this. You got this. Nobody know. Listen. Nobody can tell me nothing. Me know, say you got this. You got this. You got this. Now you just gotta believe it. I truly do believe in y'all. I truly do believe in y'all. There's so much hope in mankind. I know it doesn't seem like it, but there's hope in mankind. Because there's people like me and there's people like you. There's hope in mankind, man. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tent Talk with Birch. You already know what I'm gonna say. You already know what I'm finna say. Take it easy, my dog. Take it easy.